Some Aspinall still can't see. Up to today, after that fight, 321 report reaching us saying that Tom Aspinall still can't see. So this brings a lot of doubt from the fans, from the UFC fans, from the MMA fans against Tom Aspinall. Guys, let's be honest here. Let's face the fact. Let's be really, really broad and true here to ourselves. If you have ever fight MMA, if you have ever indulged in any physical fight like boxing, MMA, boxing, you cannot get high poked. But MMA, there are two rules that are not meant to be broken. You see eye poke and you see kick, to illegal kick to the balls, and illegal kick, and illegal, I think, punch it behind the head. There are a lot of rules, but these two top rules, you can never ever fail to miss. I have been eye poked before, and it's not a very good state. When somebody poke your eye, you cannot see. And a lot of people have been making doubts after this 321 main event between Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane, and they're blaming Tom Aspinall because he couldn't continue the fight. Remember, Tom Aspinall has been up to 1 year and a half without fighting, waiting for John Jones to accept his fight. And Ciryl Gane has already fought 2 or 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. And people are coming out to bullshit Tom Aspinall, saying that his eye poke is high, he's just trying to hide, he doesn't want to fight because he's losing the first round and stuff like that. Remember the post-fight I made in my channel? Although Ciryl Gane was winning the fight, but Tom Aspinall was hitting the right shot. I mean, it was hitting him. It was just a matter of time. We would know if Tom Aspinall would have been knocked him out in the first or the second round. But the way the fight was going, it was playing the way Ciryl Gane wanted it to be, jabbing him, and it was bloody on Tom Aspinall's nose. Until the period where Ciryl Gane poked him in the eye. And Ciryl Gane didn't poke him a little bit. It was double eye poke. And from what I've seen, and from what I judged for myself, I think Ciryl Gane is at fault here. He's at fault here, and you cannot just blame Tom Aspinall if he can't continue. People are saying, no, if Tom Aspinall is a contender wanting to fight for the belt, he would have continued the fight. But because of he is a champion and he doesn't want to miss his position, and people start talking about him, about John Jones, he pulled out of the fight. Guys, up to today, the last time I checked, Tom Aspinall still can't see. I watched his channel, I watched the interview, I watched his father interview as well. I mean, you cannot just make people fight when they are injured. You can't. It's impossible. These are the words of Dana White. When you're fighting, when people are injured, you cannot force them. And this is the law we all have to take, most especially when it comes to MMA. The people who are allowed to make decisions are the fighters. If, for example, you give an illegal shot at the back of the head, you are bound to be disqualified or removed some points out of your fight. Or when you kick somebody to the balls, you are not allowed to continue the fight. And the fight could continue if the other fighter accepts that the fight will continue. But when you are in a condition where you are the main event, you've not fought for up to 13 months, you could see literally that Tom Aspinall was already moving forward because he was hungry to fight. He was hungry to fight. And you cannot just blame this guy for just something he could not control. Ciryl Gane could have literally folded his hand instead of putting it in his 2 eyes, in his eye. Guys, let's be honest here. If you are in Tom Aspinall's shoes, you would have done the same. And up to today, as we speak, Tom Aspinall is not seeing very well. Like I said, people have been coming out to bash him and saying that, oh, he could have done better. He could have continued the fight. Some of fighters are saying that they could fight with one eye. I mean, yes. But Tom Aspinall wasn't even feeling the pains in one eye. Tom Aspinall was feeling the pains in the 2 eyes. He was literally poked in 2 eyes. He was poked deep. If you guys come out to bash somebody who is in pains, who cannot compete because of conditions or situations which he couldn't control, which in the law states that it's a disqualification if you poke the eye of your opponent, and it's an illegal poke. Come on, guys. Why are you blaming Thomas Aspinall? Remember, if you people say, oh, Thomas Aspinall is this, is that, and I've seen John Jones come out to make fun of. If Thomas Aspinall was all these things you're telling him, Thomas Aspinall won't be an MMA fighter. Thomas Aspinall have knocked out people. For you to stand in the octagon, ready to face your opponent, doesn't mean you are a pussy, or doesn't mean you are a talking fighter, or it doesn't mean you're weak of a person. No. If you could be able to stand, fight an opponent in an octagon in a mixed martial art, that takes a lot of balls. Not to talk of somebody who is a champion in their company which has the elite of the elites, UFC. And Thomas Aspinall, for a while, have been the UFC heavyweight champion. Is it his fault that John Jones neglected to fight him? No. Is it his fault that Ciryl Gane has to poke him in the eye? No. People are saying, oh, is it this person because of Ciryl Gane was already dominating the fight, winning that fight, that first round? People are saying, oh, if it was John Jones, so is it this person that will beat John Jones? Guys, if John Jones could be able to beat Thomas Aspinall, why did John Jones not accept the fight? Why was John Jones ducking him? Making an excuse that, oh, Thomas Aspinall is an asshole. If Thomas Aspinall is an asshole, as John Jones said, that will give him the more hunger, the more motivation to fight Thomas Aspinall, to show the world that I can literally beat Thomas Aspinall. But what did John Jones did? He was looking for an excuse. Now he's making fun of him. So Pereira came out and said, oh, John Jones, let's make UFC heavyweight great again. I mean, we could laugh about that, but what is the meaning of that? You have Thomas Aspinall, who has been the interim champion for ages. If you people want to be the best in the heavyweight, face the best, and there is nobody at the top of the level than Thomas Aspinall. And at the moment, Thomas Aspinall can't see, and you people are bullying and bashing him and said, oh, he's a pussy, he could have continued the fight. I have been eye-poked. That thing is horrible. I have not just been eye-poked in an actual fight. I've been eye-poked in training as well. Trust me, that thing is horrible. There have a lot of fighters who have lost their sight just by eye-poke. You guys should respect people who are actually doing it than you sitting on your own bed, on your own laptop, on your own phone, commenting rubbish if you know that you cannot do it. If you guys think, okay, John Jones could beat Thomas Aspinall, let John Jones accept the fight with Thomas Aspinall. Because Ciryl Gane has had 3 opportunities and have fucked all of them up. Should we start giving you how Ciryl Gane lost all the 3 titles? I am one of the people that accept that fight need to hold again. Ciryl Gane and Thomas Aspinall, they need to fight again. I'm one of the people who are saying that should happen again. And that should happen before the White House card. But people are still coming out here to bash Thomas Aspinall. Guys, if you know you cannot do something, why criticize somebody who is actually doing it? Because he is a man like you. If you're a man saying, oh, he's a pussy, why can't you go and try your own luck and fight in UFC? And let me see if you could be able to even last 10 seconds with an actual fighter. But it's so easy for everybody to come out to sit and type, oh, he's a pussy, he's this and that. And this, one of the worst fan base we have in sports right now is UFC, is the MMA. Because when they are drunk, they start saying shit. The fault is not actually from Thomas Aspinall. Although I hate to say it, but the fault is from Ciryl Gane. Was it intentional? We don't know. But the way it is, it looks intentional. Although we could literally come out and say it wasn't intentional. But if you poke somebody in the eye, not just 1, but 2 times, come on, man. Come on. Next time you put your fist, because this is the way you were taught to fight. Not like this. Guys, let me know what you think, man. Let me know what you think about Thomas Aspinall. I hope UFC be able to think it and bring that fight back again. Because according to Dana White, he said he could see that kind of fight happening again. He could see that fight being rescheduled again. And I hope the second fight won't end the way it ended, this first one. So that we'll be able to know who we are going to pick for that White House card. Guys, let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what you think on what you want me to put in the next channel, in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Peace.